My name is Jenna, I'm 26 years old, and this is the story of how my mother betrayed me, all for the son she married into. Growing up, it was just me and Mom. My dad left when I was a baby, and Mom worked 2 jobs to take care of us. I admired her more than anyone. That's why, when she met Gregory, my stepdad, I was genuinely happy for her. He was calm, kind, and financially stable. He had a 17-year-old son, Caleb, who moved in a few months later. At first, it was okay. But slowly, everything started to shift. Mom began prioritizing Caleb in small ways: better birthday gifts, letting him skip chores, giving him my college fund because he's struggling. Jenna, you already have scholarships. I told myself it was just temporary. That she loved me. That she'd never forget everything we'd been through. But I was wrong. Things hit a breaking point when I turned 25. I'd been saving to start a small online business, finally ready to get out of my 9-to-5. I asked Mom if she could co-sign a small loan to help me get started. She paused, then said that wouldn't be fair to Caleb. He's still finding himself. Finding himself? He was 27, living rent-free, not working, and constantly wrecking Gregory's cars. She added, "You're strong, Jenna. You've always had to be." That line burned. She didn't want to help me because I wasn't helpless enough to manipulate her like Caleb did. 2 months later, I found out she gave him the money I asked for, not for a business, but to invest in crypto. He blew it all in 3 weeks. Then came the real betrayal. Gregory passed away unexpectedly from a heart attack. We were devastated. He was the only emotionally stable person in that house. At the reading of his will, I expected Mom to be heartbroken, not calculating. Turns out, Gregory left money for both Caleb and me: college funds, some stocks, and half of the house. Except, none of it was in my name anymore. Everything had been quietly changed. I wasn't even mentioned. Why? Because Mom had convinced Gregory the first didn't need it. That I was independent and doing fine. She handed all of it to Caleb. And when I confronted her, she said, I had to protect my son. You'll understand when you're a mother. Her son. She didn't mean me. She thought I'd disappear. She thought I'd just move on. But what didn't she know? Gregory had trusted me. Before he died, he emailed me about his accounts, just in case anything ever happened. He asked me to review some old documents and even added me as a backup beneficiary in one of his older trusts. Mom never knew. Because while she was busy convincing him to rewrite the will, she never thought about what he had already set up. I didn't go to war. I didn't scream. I just called the lawyer mentioned in Gregory's email. I showed the original trust. His signature. The dates. Turns out, one account had never been updated. It was in my name. And it was big. Big enough to buy back half of the house Mom gave Caleb through a legal loophole. It had been put in a limited liability trust, which expired 6 months after his death. Once it expired, I bought it out. Now I own half the house. Legally. When the paperwork arrived at the house, Caleb was furious. Mom called me screaming. You think money makes you better than us? I said, no, but loyalty might have. Then I told her, I'm not kicking you out. But if you want to stay, rent is due on the 1st. She hung up. They moved out within a month. Now I run my own business from that house, the one they tried to erase me from. I turned my old bedroom into an office. Painted over the old photos in the hallway. Kept one of Gregory and me by the fireplace. Mom and Caleb haven't spoken to me since. But I'm okay with that. Because the truth is, I didn't want revenge. I wanted respect. I wanted to be seen. And since they wouldn't give it to me, I took back my power. Without saying a single word.